Hey everybody, and welcome to the Tora Jordan Show. I'm your host, Tora Jordan, and welcome to the show. If you're a new viewer, if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Glad to see you. So today, it is a mid-February day. It is a little breezy outside, but it's like 64, 65 degrees. So I'm outside soaking up some sun. You know, we've been through winter. I mean, we're still technically in winter, but you know, we've had snow, we've had ice, we've had not fun stuff, and a lot of cloud cover. Well, I'm going to take advantage of soaking up some sun. We get some vitamins from the sun, most importantly, vitamin D, which has been proven to help your brain and your muscles. So, not only that, but the sunshine also helps to elevate your mood. It makes you happy. I mean, who doesn't like being happy? I like being happy. Happy's fun. So I'm going to be out here soaking up some sun in between checking on my fried cabbage that I told y'all I'd be cooking up sometime and showing y'all how I do that. So I'm making that with bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? I mean, bacon's good. So anyway, I'm going to soak up some sun, and then I'm going to go check on my cabbage and my bacon and make sure that I'm not, you know, messing that up. So anyway, soak up some sun. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. I have a wonderful aunt who we almost lost due to melanoma. So wear your sunscreen. She was a very pale complected person, and she got melanoma and almost died. So if you're going to be outside, put some sunscreen on. Even if it's just for 5-10 minutes, put sunscreen on. I know that seems a little, you know, some people may like, oh, that's overkill. No. You know, we don't want to damage our skin. We want to soak up some sun, but we don't want to damage our skin, okay? We don't want to cause ourselves to get cancer or anything like that. But anyway, so enjoy the sunshine while it's out there. Pretty soon it's going to be 100 degrees in the shade, and we're not going to want to be outside. So when it's 60, 65, 70 degrees, go outside and soak up some sun with your sunscreen on, and enjoy the day. Okay, so anyway, gonna show y'all how to make some fried cabbage. It's kind of a slow cooking process, so I'll be in and out, okay? So that's, you know, it's not something that, you know, you gotta stay right on top of. But anyway, so I will see you all inside while we're making our fried cabbage, and then I'm gonna step outside and soak up some more sun. Got my sunscreen on myself. I wear sunscreen every day in my foundation and in my lip balm, and I put some extra sunscreen on my arms because you know, I don't want my exposed skin getting any kind of damage, okay? So anyway, here we go. We're going to make some fried cabbage. So I'm getting my bacon rendered down and crisped up. I forgot to pull it out of the freezer, so it's nice and frozen, but I chopped it up into good-sized chunks here. Just trying to render out some of that bacon grease and cook the bacon. I've got it set pretty low right now, so that way it's not going to burn the outside pieces before it starts, you know, coming apart. I'm going to get my cabbage chopped up, and then once the bacon gets done, I will put my cabbage in and put my salt and my pepper and get everything ready and cook it down, and I'll show you all that process. Okay, so I've got my bacon all defrosted now. Getting it all spread out here so it kind of renders out some more of that good bacon grease, getting that flavor in there. We all love good flavorful food, especially in my household. So at this point, you know, I'm going to let my bacon just kind of cook out a little more. I've already got my cabbage all chopped up. And your cabbage doesn't have to be cut, you know, super small, because you got to think you're putting this on a fork. So don't think that you've got to fine dice it or anything. Just a rough chop, just to, you know, because you want to be able to hit it with a fork and scoop some up. So, all right, going to let this bacon cook down a little while. And then I'll put my cabbage in and get my salt and my pepper and everything in there. And let it all just kind of caramelize up and get all good and delicious. So here we go. Alrighty, so I got a good bit good bit of bacon grease already rendered out of that. You know, that may, some people are like, oh my gosh, you guys eat so much fat, so much greasy food. Well, here's the thing. It's natural. Our body needs fats to function. Okay? And some people go, well, you know, I eat canola oil and I eat vegetable oil and all this kind of stuff, and I hydrogenated oils and all that. Well, you know what? That is processed. That is heavily processed oils. Okay? They are oils, and they are marketed to us as being healthier, but you know, it's really sad when you've got these healthy oils that they're pushing and everything like that, and then you find out that this stuff is not good for us. That it's actually causing blocked arteries and things like that. So, you know, natural is best. That's kind of been my mantra through this. If it's natural, it's best. That's why I cook with hog lard. I cook with bacon grease. I cook with butter, real butter, butter, butter. Not the I can't believe it's not butter, because that stuff has a lot of stuff in there that, you know, I can't pronounce it. And you know, I'm not a dumb person, but my thought is, if I can't pronounce it and have no idea what it is, not that I'm a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, some people may say I am, but it's like, what are they hiding? You know, when you look on the back of a box of butter, it says ingredients: cream and salt, or if it's salted butter, or cream, and that's it if it's unsalted butter. So I go for things, you know, that are natural. Now, olive oil is a natural fat. It is not heavily processed. It might be filtered, but that's about it. I mean, it's pressed. It's, you know, you have to press it to get it, but that's about it. You know, it's a natural fat. Coconut oil, it's a pressed process. You know, I mean, I've got some coconut oil sitting right here that sometimes I use. Ingredients: organic liquid coconut oil. That's pretty easy to read. So, my thing is if it's a natural oil, it's welcome in my kitchen. I used to be the type of person that would use canola oil. I mean, you know, and vegetable oils and things like that. And it's like, wait a minute. You'd flip it over and it'd have 15 ingredients. And, you know, you'd be like polyhydrogenized something or another, you know, 15 letters long. And you're like, what in the world is this mess? And you're eating that. And you're feeding that to your family. And I understand not everybody can afford things. I get it. But in my book, you know, in my home, I try to make sure that I get natural fats. You know, natural. Your coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, bacon grease, hog lard, even beef tallow. You know, that's natural fats. So that's what I try to cook with. And some people may, you know, balk at me and be like, oh, well, you're just clogging your arteries. You're clogging your arteries. Well, when you have ancestors 150, 200 years ago that were eating the same oils that we were and getting out and working and sweating things out, you know, that makes a difference. So, you know, each to their own. This is just what I do. You can, you know, take it or leave it. That's up to you, all right? So, I'm going to go back outside. I've got this set on 2. I'm going to let this cook down. I got a lid on it just to kind of keep everything in and keep the heat together. And just let that start sweating down, because those cabbage leaves are awful crisp. So we got to sweat them down a little bit, and then we start caramelizing them and stirring everything together. And then we'll start adding spices and things. Alrighty, so my cabbage is cooking down. I mean, there's still pieces that are big chunks there. You know, they're going to cook down. It's going to take a while. It is going to take a while. This isn't like a 10-minute meal. Okay, this is going to be low and slow. Low and slow. Alright, build your flavor low and slow. And I cook in a cast iron skillet because I like the flavor that it gives to it. And we already discussed about cast iron before. So I've already put in about 4 pinches of my kosher salt. And I'm getting ready to add my ground black pepper. Now I like it a little more peppery. And y'all don't have to add as much pepper as I do. And that's fine. Everybody cook it to your own taste. But salt and pepper goes a long way in fried cabbage. I don't know who invented fried cabbage, but in my book, they're some of the top heroes in the land, or in the world, I should say, because it probably came from somewhere over in Europe. Don't know, not for sure. Not going to look that up because I got a lot of stuff to do, but that's all right. Anyway. So, stirring my cabbage in, or stirring my salt and my pepper into my cabbage. And you can see my bacon's not crisp, okay? I don't like it crisp. I like my bacon a little softer. Nothing like biting into a piece of bacon and having it stab you in the cheek. But that's, you know, everybody's different. Difference, not bad. Difference, just different. Anyway, I'm going to stir this up a little bit and see how it's starting to, see right there? That's how we like our fried cabbage. Now, it's going to be low and slow. I've still got it set. I've got it between 1 and 2 on my stove. I've got, you know, just letting it go slow. Let it go slow. Let it cook down. Cabbage is so good, but it takes a while to cook. Alrighty? So, here, you know, see in about, it'll be just a few, you know, like a second or two for you guys, but it's going to be 10, 15, 20 minutes for me. So anyway, see you in a little bit. Alright, so it's been about actually 30 minutes now. I wanted to make sure that those big chunks got good and soft. They're still a little firm, but that's alright. You know, just so long as they'll smoosh apart. And, I mean, they're cutting up pretty easy with plastic. You know, so I know they're good. When you push back your cabbage, you see all this liquid? Well, that doesn't let it caramelize as good. So, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go without the lid. I've been cooking this with the lid just to get everything soft and good and tender. And then I'm going to cook it without the lid until most of that liquid is gone. And then that's when you start getting your good color, your good caramelizing color. And then it'll be ready for supper. Alrighty, so my fried cabbage is at the end stage. When I push it around, there's not a bunch of watery liquid coming out. There is some of the bacon grease that's down there, and that's fine. That is good flavor. Now, sometimes I'll throw a little bit of butter in with it at this point and stir it up and give it a good buttery bacon flavor. And then there's sometimes that you can, or some people like to cut up an onion and put in with it. This would be the stage where I would take a little sample. Tastes fine to me. You can add more salt if you think you need more salt, or some more black pepper. That's fine. I didn't put any onion in mine, but I have had fried cabbage with onion in it, and it is delicious. So, this is what's for supper. I'm going to show you what the carb count is when I do my exit and everything. Josh is home. He's outside working. He brought home some wood, so we heat our house with wood. And he and the dogs are outside unloading the wood. I bet the dogs are really being a help to him right now. So anyway, supper's ready when he's ready, and I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, so wasn't that a very delicious looking meal? I mean, simple. It's a little time consuming, okay? Because you got to do it low and slow. Otherwise, you're going to burn your cabbage on one side and it's still going to be super crunchy. So, low and slow. Take your time with it, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I haven't even shown this recipe or given this recipe to my mama. So, Mom, you need to watch my video. Then you'll know how to make my fried cabbage. Now, you can make this with, a chopped up ham steak. I've done that. You can make it with pork sausage. You can make it with Polish sausage. It's a very versatile vegetable to kind of interchange. And I told y'all I was going to show you what it was on Carb Manager. Now, I have not logged anything for the day, so don't get after me. And it says that I have 32 net carbs. I have set for myself 25. But anyway, so if you look right here, let me get it to focus. All right, so, and this is skillet fried cabbage. That's just plain old fried cabbage. And this is 3 cups. Okay, so for those hungry big eaters, just plain old fried cabbage is a 0 net carb. 0 net carb. That's a free meal. Okay? Keep that in mind when you're, really watching those net carbs. I mean, this is a free meal. It's kind of like the grilled cheese I made. It was a 0 net carb with the ingredients that I used. So, anyway. Josh and the dogs just came inside. I guess they were out there helping him unload his truck. Anyway, I better go get supper on our plates. But, anyway. So, I want to tell you this. I care for you. I enjoy cooking. And I cook for those I care for. I'm cooking for you guys. I care for you. This is a family favorite at our big campouts. We have to have this at least once a weekend. So, I shared this with you, so I care for you. Alrighty? And you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm here. Alright? I'm here for you, and you're here for me, so we're here for each other. Be kind to yourself. Go out and enjoy the sunshine like I was talking about earlier. I enjoyed spending time outside in the sunshine. I even let my dogs go outside for a little while. Had the door open. It goes out to their dog pen. And they were out there running around and enjoying the sunshine. So, enjoy the sunshine. Okay? And be kind to others. We only get one time on this ball of dirt. Be kind to others. Okay? Alright? And you're beautiful. Or handsome. Okay? One more thing. Come here. Love yous!